Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Rockwood Roo 23SS hybrid travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around this, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A few things to take into consideration when you're parking. On your campsite, I want you to leave plenty of room for this big old awning to come out. On your off campsite, beside your slide, I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to be behind your tires on your off camp side or the driver's side of your tow vehicle, and then your docking station or water connection is going to be toward the front of the unit. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities. Once we arrive and unhook our hitch, first thing we do is level our unit. The unit comes with a power tongue jack. Night docking light, should you arrive at night, simply raise or lower until you're level. Now should you lose power, under this little rubber stopper right here, you can use this little handle, put it down in there. There's a socket that'll catch on, and that'll bring that up or down should you lose power. So back up for that. Speaking of power, check your battery posts every now and then. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose. Rubber stopper before I lose it here. Yeah, keep an eye on your batteries every now and then. Just check them over time. Once we get our unit level and stable, or level, we're going to go ahead and stabilize it. All four corners of your unit have stabilizing jacks with a 3/4 inch handle that'll crank it down. You can use a drill gun or an impact driver. I just recommend that you slow down when you get to the bottom. I'm also going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, hot blacktop in the summer. It's going to better distribute the weight, and just overall good investment. Run that down just until it's taut. Once you have some resistance on your hand crank, go ahead and stop. Remember, our unit's already level. We're just trying to stabilize it. Once the unit's level and stable, we can hook up our power and water. Again, our power plugs in back here. Where these furias go in is they will go in at about 11 o'clock, turn to noon. That'll lock that in there, and then go ahead and put your gray washer on. At the end of that 30 amp service, should you need, in your convenience pack will be a 30 to 15 amp reducer. Get your power hooked up, let's hook up our water. Up toward the front, we've got your potable water or freshwater tank, city water, and antifreeze inlet. At campsites, we're hooking up to city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protect the lines in your unit. Always use this because you don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites. Hook that up, hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. One more step, open up your hot water heater and make sure your drain plug's in. 1/8" socket. Put plumber's tape around that, not putty. Putty will start to gum up on you going in a hole like this, so use tape. Once you got that in there nice and snug, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. After that hose on for a few minutes, then go inside and open up the slide. Operating your unit to the immediate left is going to be your control panel. In the middle, all the way to the left, you're going to hit out on your slide control. That's going to run on out. The reason I need you to run this out is I need you to go and open up your water taps. Go to the bathroom, do the same thing, get all the air out of the lines, get a nice steady flow of water going through them. Shut them off. And then if you need to, come back around here to your hot water heater, lift up on this pressure release valve. That'll show you if water comes out of here, you know your hot water heater is full. Then you can turn that on indoors if you need. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water. We're going to go dry camping or boondocking. In that case, we're going to fill up our freshwater tank. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Simply gravity fill this with a hose. Two ways to tell it's full. One, there's an overflow valve right here. Or on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks and your battery, there's also a freshwater button. Keep an eye on this when you're filling it up. Don't leave it unattended. Once it's full, remove that hose. Put that cap on there, and then whenever you want to utilize that water, you'll turn on your water pump indoors. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked up to city water. That's already pressurized. You will bypass this hot water heater indoors and use your water pump to take antifreeze in the winter. Again, your hot water heater here. If for some reason that doesn't seem to be working, come out here and check these little buttons right here. If either one of them are pushed out, simply press them back in. They are resets. Buttons can be tricky to get in here. All right, we're all set up with power and water. Let me walk you around the rest of the unit. Continuing here on the off side. Coming down the unit, we got a low point drain up underneath there for our fresh water. Got some storage here. Outdoor shower. Your power cord. Cable and satellite underneath that. Black and gray tanks. Low point drain right up underneath this corner. Coming around this side of the unit, we will get this pushed out. Open that up inside. Spare tire. On this side, you're prepped for a TV. You can hang that here with 110 and cable there. We've got the access to our fridge. This is a lip for a table. You can actually set a griddle on these. They sell. Rockwood or Flagstaff does. And there's your quick connect LP for that. You've got a level to help you know when your unit's level. Outdoor speakers and a porch. This is our flue for your furnace. A couple things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked. And two, if you are running your furnace, steer clear. That does get hot. Coming up front, your propane does have a cover. Comes with a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using, lefty loosey to open, or put it in the middle and open them both. You've also got another little docking light up here. And lastly, let's open up your bunks. Pull down on this handle here. Of course, we'll keep them locked. And just go ahead and grab this and bring it down softly as you can. Nothing to tuck, nothing to hang. Let's go up inside the unit and open the bed up. Alright, so in here we've got what I call a shepherd's hook. Straight on one end, curved on the other. Straight end, we're gonna push in and attach right inside here. So, put that right in the middle of that, push that out, take your shepherd's hook, it's pointing up, and push it right in there. Push your mattress back, fold that open, and that's how you open that up. So again, you'll repeat the process on the other end. Same exact thing, same hookup, fold your mattress down, pretty quick and easy. Let's go ahead and come back to the front of the unit. First thing I like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is by the entry doorway. To your left as you come in up top is going to be a control panel. Lighting's pretty bad back here, but up here we check our brand new battery. Fresh, black, and gray tanks. Over here's where you turn on your water pump. Here's where you turn on your water heater. Here's where you turn on the tank heater. That's just a pad that's on your tanks that'll heat them up if you're in inclement weather and you think they might freeze. Here's your slide control. Awning. On your awning, you only want to run that out until your flaps down to 90 degrees and you can see your silver bar. If you hold that button down, that will continue to run itself up and run itself up backwards. Not just this one, new ones as well. So keep an eye on it when you're running it out. Only run it out as far as you need to. There's also a porch light. Two of them, awning and The orange one there, and then our interior lighting. A lot of this lighting is by hand. Continuing up in the unit to our right, it's going to be our television. Not sure why, but this unit has two sets of remotes for the same TV here. When you get to the campsites, go into your menu, run your digital channel scan so that you can pick up all your local channels. Sound system below that. AM, FM. Go through the modes here. You got loading so you can have a disc, auxiliaries, 2 auxiliaries, 3 auxiliaries, 4 AVs, Bluetooth, and FM. 3 different sets of speakers. A is toward the back here, B is inside as well, and C is outdoors. Crank them up. See if we can get a station to come in. Don't do too well inside these metal buildings, but might get something to come in here.
Seamless gutters with guards, silver doors and windows, offers financing options, so I didn't have to take out a loan to pay for everything at once.
Silver offers a variety of door designs, even smart ones.
Below that, charging center, USBs. Again, our bedding. Your sofa as well. We'll jackknife down into a bed. Previous owner left you a bunch of paperwork. Make sure you jack this back up before bringing your slide back in. Coming into the kitchen here. Start your microwave, sure that working. Sink. Plumbing. Maintain your plumbing. Keep an eye on it. You're bouncing a house down the road, things tend to come loose over time, so keep an eye on things, make sure nothing's wiggled loose. You got a fan and a light above our cooktop. Glass top makes an excellent backsplash. Just flip that up like so. Take note that when you first arrive at the campsite and turn on your gas, it's going to take a minute to bleed these lines, get some gas into them in order for these to light. So you may have to light this a few times or run that spark until these light up for you. Oven, pilot light here, spark the same way, just get underneath and make sure that it lights up for you. Once it lights up, go ahead and just turn that to the desired temperature. The pantry here, both access panels to water lines. Same thing here as well, another access panel. Over here is our battery disconnect. Should have a carbon monoxide propane detector on here somewhere. And when I find it, it's usually running off 12 volt, which means it's always running off your battery. I see it now, it's underneath our table there. It's always running off your battery. So if you are dry camping, out boondocking somewhere, nothing plugged in, charge your battery, you're going to be gone for the day. Use this battery disconnect to shut off the battery to keep that from running your battery down. Next to that, your breaker box and fuses. You got quite a variety in there, 15s, 20s, 7.5s. So I highly recommend having a handful of those with you when you go camping. We'll come back up underneath this table here and mention that 12 volt carbon monoxide propane detector. Your table, the legs will remove. Simply lift your tabletop up. Put your table on this lip all the way around there. Throw a couple back cushions on there and you have a whole nother sleeping area. On your fridge, turn that on up here. We'll push this in and say auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you'll go to gas. Lift that up if you want to go to strictly gas. If the light comes on over there, check your gas. Coming back into our bathroom, you got a hand crank open exhaust vent here. Lighting's over here. More plumbing to maintain. Keep an eye on it. Access panel there to get to that. 110 with GFCI reset in the bathroom. Another 110 here for your back bunk area. All prep for a TV back here as well. Here's a spot for a backer, and here's our thermostat. Go ahead and turn the air on. Here's that AC cranking. Also has a quick dump. Shut that off. See, it shuts off rather quickly. I'm going to turn the heat on. Now hear the heat crank on. A little quieter. But I'll shut the heat off. You'll notice that the fan will run through for a few minutes before it actually shuts off. I think I've covered about everything on the inside. We do have an antenna here. To crank to the right when you arrive, all the way to the left when you're traveling. It's act like we're getting ready to leave the campsite and close the unit up. Start by shutting the bunks up. Just reversing the process. Push this forward. Pull this whole thing back. This will naturally fall right down. Grab our mattress. Pull it toward us. Fold that in half. And that will fold up right here against the wall. Pull the top of your mattress up. Let your bar fall. Get this up ahead of time. And I'm going to come over here, go to the back, repeat the same process. So much easier with two hands. Now we have both beds all ready to close up. Now what I like to do is shut off my main lights from the control panel. Now I can see any individual lighting that I need to go through and shut off. All three of these. And I'm going to say doors and drawers. Walk through your unit. Make sure all the doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede our slides from coming in. Come back to my panel here. Turn on these main lights. Nothing's going to impede our slide. Up here in the corner, we'll give us a little bit of light here. Shut back off. Up in the corner is going to be your slide control. You're just going to hit in. Slides in. Shut off our interior lights again. And exit the unit. Now we're going to come to each end here. When lift your knees, just tuck to the left. All right. Two people can do it quickly. Once it sets in, push your handles forward. Whoop. We'll repeat the process on the rear. If we're out boondocking, we're going to get up underneath here, dry camping, and dump our freshwater drain. Bring up our stabilizing jacks and head on home or to the nearest dump station, whatever we're in need of. If we're at a campsite, we're going to unhook our power, our water, our cable. Bring up our stabilizing jacks and head on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. Convenience pack will have a 10-foot hose. Hook that up here and pull our sewer outlet. That's going to be your black tank. Once it sounds like that's no longer draining, go inside, check the level of your black. It shows it's empty. And go ahead and close it and pull your gray tank. That's going to be a gray handle up here. While that's draining, I like to go ahead and dump my low point drains. Get right up underneath here. And there, under this back corner there, you'll see your low point drains. Go ahead and dump them. When we're done dumping, our gray's still going. We're done camping for the year. You don't want to leave stagnant water in here. So come up to your hot water heater. Lift up on this pressure release valve. Be careful, this could be hot water in there. When that's done dumping, put that handle back down, otherwise your door won't close. And then pull your drain down here. That's going to be residual hot water. Again, be careful. Make sure you close that back up for travel. Close up your gray tank. Remove your hose. And conveniently and sanitarily store it right here in your bumper. Again, thank you guys for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Rockwood Roo for many years to come. Happy camping.